Are you tired in working in your ministry, work, and family? I believe there are some keys for you as believer not to get tired in working in your ministry, work, and family. Some believers says if you are full of the Holy Spirit, you will enjoy serving your family, work, and ministry. But most of the time, some people work too hard to provide their needs and their families. Some people make an extra work for their leisure and traveling. And some people study hard for a better future. But God give us a certain amount of time to provide your needs and your family. Also, God commanded us to rest and fellowship with Him and with your fellow believers. The truth is, a strong believers knew how to work with God and how to rest with God. In Psalms 127 verse 2, it says there that it is useless for you to work so hard from early morning until late at night, anxiously for food to eat. For God gives rest to His loved ones. There to work for God and not to be anxious in working with Him. One of the key is you have to link your heart unto Him. Connect your heart unto Him. When your heart is linked to God, you will surely know how to work with God and how to link your heart to God. Always do the will of God that is pleasant unto Him. The reason why you have to link your heart unto God because of His amazing grace. As it is written in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 10, but whatever I am now, it is all because God poured out His special favor on me and not without result. For I have worked harder than any of the other apostles, yet it was not I, but God who was working through me by His grace. This is Paul. So, why Paul worked too hard for God? Because he prepared to be slaves of God rather than human desires. And he works too hard for God because his faith is too strong. Another key, obey God even to the extent that you will sacrifice everything for Him. When you obey God, your faith will grow strong and steady. As it is written in James chapter 2 verse 22, you see that his faith was working together with his works. And as a result of the works, his faith was completed, reaching its maturity when he expressed his faith through obedience. In order to complete your faith, your obedience with God could result into a higher level of spiritual maturity. I believe you cannot live by faith with God if you are not obeying with Him. And the truth is, God will not give you a work that does not require faith. God will give you a work so that your faith will grow stronger and steady. The next key, when you are working for God, make it sure that your main goal in life is to please God, not the people. Because when you please God, there will be a flow of the power of God and the glory of God. It says there in Philippians chapter 2 verse 13, for God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases Him. Also, when your heart is to please God, it's like loving in working with Him. And there are times some impossible things will happen in your life when your selfish desires gonna die and you seek more of the will of God. Remember, working with God is to trust Him, where the power of God will flow continuously and it will never end from generation to generation.